Hey folks, Ollie Little here with TA Today. Today I'm going to take a look at Nordisk, which is had a huge push to the downside. You know, they came out with the LP1 drugs and for weight loss and got a magnificent run to the upside. And now, having come all the way back, it's time for accumulation. But in between all of that, whether it's actual accumulation right here, right now, the main thing is there's a huge range that can be traded, so let's take a look at that. Okay, speaking of that range, so let's take the daily. We'll work our way across. First of all, before we do that, here's your trading cube, and you're seeing it's extremely stretched on the weekly here. And so we'll look at that one next. We're going to start with the bearish. This one's not as extreme, but it actually got something that's useful to work with, and that is a retest regen. So I'm going to pop up the retest regions. You can see they're up here at the 56 level, 52, about 52 and a half up to 56. So that's the first thing. The next thing is it got up underneath here, this swing point low, broke it. That's this arrow. Well, that sets up a bearish retest region. What does it do? The very next bar takes it out. That tells you more than likely you've gone, you know, whatever the trend was has changed. The trend was down, so now it's sideways. At worst, potentially, it's going to head back to the north. And so that's the setup on the daily. Now, the range is on the weekly. And what am I talking about the range here? Well, first of all, let's set up the retest regions and see what they look like. And they're going from about 58 to 63. Remember, over here was about 56 and a half, about 56. And so this one has a little higher range. So it takes you up a little bit higher. But the key thing here is this one has shown you a reversal. So if we look at this, where's the reversal? Well, this is the big bar, right? This is where all the volume is. And let's clean this thing up and just look at that bar. So that bar runs from here to here. You go under, back over, hammer reversal, right? This thing had been really hammered all the way down. Got a hammer reversal. You wind up coming up. And what does it do? It tests that retest region that was here, right? And just pushes right to the top of it and can't quite get over it. Rolls back over and comes back down and tests again. This time it tests the next lowest low, which is down here. Gets under it, back over it, has a little bit less volume than you had over here. That's a reversal, right? That says that more than likely on this time frame, this has reversed, which means it's going to go back up here and probably test this. It's going to actually try and break it this time, right? This was the first test, this was the second, so this will be the third test, which means you're probably going to make your way back up to this top. So you're sitting at roughly 50 and you're trying to get to 73, right? That's a huge move. That's a 40+% move. Look on the week, on the monthly. Do you have a reversal there? Well, yes, you do. It's not the cleanest one, right? Because you have volume escalation, but it is a pickaxe type reversal after a massive, 65% move to the downside. So this thing to me has just set up some sort of probably an accumulation phase. You got the top up here around 73 on this time frame, right? That's the big bar, the big anchor bar here. So 73 on the monthly, 70, well, not quite, but 71 on the weekly. That looks to be top. That looks to be accumulation range area. This could go on for a while, but this looks to be, in general, that looks to be the area. So you can exploit that. You can take advantage of that if you believe that you've got the reversals in place, and it certainly looks that way to me. That's the way I'd be trading this thing. This is probably entering into some sort of an accumulation phase. And if it is, that says that you have the opportunity to play it just like anyone else does. That's Nordisk. That's the trade for today. Take a look at it yourself. If you like it, give me some comments, drop me a like, and tell me what you're thinking. I would appreciate it. Take care.